And oh man, oh man, oh man, it's been mad. It's been mad, ladies and gentlemen. We have to react to that Man United versus Liverpool game. We just finished that watch along. What a crazy match that was. It was very, very entertaining. So we'll talk about that. And we'll talk about all the latest Chelsea transfer news that's been happening over the last 12 to 24 hours. It is a bumper show that's lined up for you guys.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to first react to the Man United versus Liverpool. Man United get that victory. Honestly, this was very unexpected for me. Very, very unexpected. I did not think they were going to pull off a victory. It just says Liverpool, very shaky in the start of this season. No wins after 3 games, 2 draws and a loss. Clearly, their midfield, they're not being able to control in midfield. There's a lot of injuries there. And Sadio Mane, what did I say to you Liverpool fans out there? Don't get too excited. You got too excited with these Darwin Nunez and Luis Diaz. Look, Diaz is a fine player, but if you thought it's all going to click like that when Sadio Mane goes, you can see now you're lacking goals. On top of that, I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, you best believe if that goal from Rashford, if that was Chelsea moment, that's a clear-cut offside. You know what? There are certain things in life, like when you see that was a good movement, good goal, good finish from Rashford. But when they showed it in highlights and they paused it, you could clearly see Rashford was offside. Like from the open eye, you could see that it was offside. But for some reason, VAR has not given it offside. And look at this. Look at this. This is the Lukaku moment on the right, and this is the Rashford moment on the left. Tell me how Rashford is not offside. I'm baffled. They're actually saying it's Van Dijk's head that is ahead of. In open play, when they were showing it on TV, it was clear as daylight that it was Rashford offside. And if you look at that Lukaku situation, clearly he's onside, and Van Dijk is off. Van Dijk plays him onside. You know what? I was saying it in the live chat that in the food chain, and this is true now, you've got Man United, all the referees and all the wins everything. Then it's Liverpool. It's based on Liverpool and Man United. Man United trumps it. After Man United, Liverpool, it's probably Arsenal and then Spurs. And then right at the bottom is Chelsea. So, look, I'm very, very surprised that Man United was able to get that victory. But it was classic Man United, wasn't it? It was a counter-attacking football. Liverpool tried to have the line high up, and Man United countered well. But in the first probably about 15, 20 minutes, Man United played really good. They came out of the blocks, pressed well, held the ball well, and they attacked. They really troubled Liverpool's backline. But for me, Liverpool, they seem too naive in defending. They leave so much gap. And it's funny, they leave all that gap to throw the kitchen sink up front. But right now, they don't have Sadio Mane's input up front, and they're just not clinical enough. But it's their midfield. It's their midfield where they lack control. Big effort from Sancho. Good goal. Really big effort from Rashford as well. Martial played well as well, I have to say. Big question mark around Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, does this team probably operate better in terms of as a unit? I know Cristiano Ronaldo individually brings a lot of goals, but is that team probably operates better without Cristiano Ronaldo? We'll see what happens. Cristiano Ronaldo comes off the bench. Obviously, this victory gives them big lift. We need to pick things up as Chelsea Football Club very, very soon. But this win will give them a big lift. Casemiro to come on. Casemiro was in the stadium. Bruno Fernandes, I have to say, just the theatrics, diving. There was a clear dive. He got a yellow card from that. Diving position. Look at it down the track to make it a proper, policy that no more dives. It's a red card, because for me, that's proper cheating, simulating, trying to get a penalty. But look, Salah got a goal late on, but I think Man United deserves that victory. And title challenge, wide open. Arsenal now setting the standard. Obviously, Man City right behind them. And then you've got the pack of wolves with Man United, Chelsea, Spurs probably just ahead. We need to just fix up. We need to fix up, ladies and gentlemen. We have to fix up. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we want to talk about some Chelsea news. There's a lot to go through. Lot. So here we go. Breaking. This is how the day started. Chelsea and Barcelona have found an agreement for Aubameyang, and it can be closed in the next hours. 18 million plus 4 million add-ons. Let's do it. We need someone up. We need help. We need help up front. I don't want to hear anything else. I don't want to hear any fans saying, "Oh no, Aubameyang's not good enough." No, we need what we have right now is not good enough. We need Aubameyang to come in. It's probably going to be a short-term thing, and we need this player along with Sterling, or else Sterling is going to get down to our levels. Sterling needs help. He needs help with players like Aubameyang. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Emerson to West Ham is a here we go. 13 million plus 2 million add-ons. First part of medical is to be done today. Fantastic news. Needs to leave. Hopefully Alonso goes as well, but maybe the Alonso situation good. Not looking good because Barcelona don't want him probably now. They've got that Alejandro Balde guy playing for them, and it's probably not going to happen. Look at this. What's going on here? Armando Broja. Let's have a look at this. Armando Broja and Levi Colwell will be given chance. Okay, so this was a while back, and then Gallagher's not. This is what PYS said. Okay, and then PYS obviously retweeted that. So we'll move past that situation. Let's go to this one. Hakim Ziyech met again with Ajax today. Direct discussions ongoing, but depends on Antony's future. Chelsea and Tuchel are prepared to let him go. We'll talk about Leao as well. I think Hakim Ziyech is going to be a domino effect. So if Antony goes, you're probably going to see Hakim Ziyech move to Ajax because personal terms shouldn't be a problem. And if Leao comes to Chelsea, which I highly doubt it, but we'll talk about it, then you'll probably see Hakim Ziyech move to AC Milan. But bottom line, Hakim Ziyech is probably going to go to either one of those clubs, depending on who leaves. I think it's going to be Antony. Man United will do their level best to bring in Antony, and Hakim Ziyech will go the other way. He deserves to. He doesn't get any game time with us, so I don't want him to stick around. As much as it hurts me, I'd rather have who Thomas Tuchel wants. Christian Pulisic is set to stay at Chelsea after no genuine offer has been received for the player as of now. This from Adam Newson. Look, all that shenanigans that Christian Pulisic's dad did yesterday post-match, that's toxic behavior. That's toxic. And to think the players will not see that, I get it. A lot of people say, as a father, you will do that. I understand, but you don't do that in social media so everyone can see. You can have your rant and your frustration on the side so no one can see that. You can talk it out with your son. But to do that, in social media when everyone is looking, it puts your son in a bad position. Look, Christian Pulisic doesn't want to be at Chelsea Football Club. He really doesn't. It's time for him to move on. So we can bring in some. Look, I hope Oba happens very, very soon. That's all I can say. Chelsea signed RAFAEL LEAO and confident signing Gordon this week. We'll talk about the RAFAEL LEAO very soon. Gordon, look, the amount of money we're throwing at Gordon, I don't know, man. I don't know. And someone I suppose we're using as a backup in that right wing back spot. And also maybe for the future, it's just, I don't know, just too much money being thrown for Gordon. I like Gordon, though. I like Gordon. He's a good player. Chelsea and AC Milan have been negotiating over the weekend with the possibility of one or more Chelsea players are included in a deal for Leao. Chelsea are being asked to structure the deal in which Leao is relinquished from a CAS fine he owes to Sporting. I don't know much about this CAS fine. Ladies and gentlemen, you let me know. But apparently there is some sort of a legal court case that's happening with Leao and Sporting, and AC Milan doesn't want to be a part of it. I don't know much about that. You let me know what is going on. But let's talk about this scenario now. RAFAEL LEAO is one of, if not the most important player for AC Milan. Once again, this season is looking in the park. I don't see how in the next remaining few minutes we do a massive deal like Leao so late in the piece. This is a kind of a transfer that happens earlier on in the transfer window. It's a big saga, back and forth. AC Milan will not bend over backwards and just give away RAFAEL LEAO right now. I believe RAFAEL LEAO, how much time do they have in his contract? Leao. Let me have a quick look at this. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I think he's got 2024. So he's got 2 more years. So it's about the right time now to let go of RAFAEL LEAO. But honestly, I can't see this happening. And then, talking about perhaps giving them some players, these player swaps, they don't happen. As much as Todd Bowley wants to do them, they don't happen. We've tried that with many teams, and we've been unsuccessful to get some of these transfer, player swaps happening. Look, I feel I don't want to get my hopes up. I would love a player like RAFAEL LEAO, 1v1. He's a monster. He can score goals. He's physical. He's fast. He's got all of that traits. He can be on the left, Sterling on the right, and maybe Aubameyang on the middle. That would be electric for us up front. It would honestly would be. But someone like RAFAEL LEAO, it's going to be 100 million easy. 100 million easy. He is AC Milan's top player. And that level of money, I can't see it happening so late in the piece. Like, it feels like it's rushed now. Like, as much as I would love it to happen, I honestly cannot see this happening, especially talking about players going to AC Milan as a swap deal. That kind of stuff never happens in football. So we'll see. We'll see what goes on in that situation. Chelsea's next offer is likely to go beyond 50 million with add-ons, which will be dependent on Gordon's progress at Chelsea. Everton face Fleetwood in the FA Cup tomorrow, and it remains to be seen if Gordon will be risked. Look, for me, as I said, Gordon is not a bad player. I know the weekend that just went, Gordon didn't play that well, but overall, he's got the bits. He's got the ingredients. He will be a very, very good player. And already he's showing the traits of being a very good player. But 50 million... that's insane money. That really is insane money. That don't make sense to me. But if we can send some, because I know this is where player trades probably won't be a player trade. Frank Lampard wants some of Chelsea players. So this is where we could possibly do a swap, because Frank Lampard wants, Billy Gilmore, maybe Batshuayi. They need a striker, Ross Barkley. So we'll see. I know there's rumors about he may want Armando Broja, and maybe there could be room for Armando Broja if Aubameyang comes in. There are talks that Armando Broja might leave if Oba comes in, or any striker or any attacker comes in. I don't want him to go, but there could be a possibility of that scenario happening, and Everton could be a good destination for him. Wait for more reports on Leao. Tuchel's comments on midfield yesterday could mean we have that 70 million stored for De Jong and switch it to another attacker, but then would it be Leao, Oba, Sterling? We could change formation and put Mount in midfield, but unlikely. Strange story. What's more confusing is spending 50 million on Gordon to be the bench when we have other areas to sort, when currently Tuchel would start Mount over him. Exactly. For me, this whole... and also, I don't think Leao will only be 70 million. I think it's going to be way more than 70 million. That's my personal belief on that. Chelsea have been encouraged towards a second round of talks for RAFAEL LEAO and was one of the new ownership's most highly regarded possible targets. The deal still remains a tall order to complete. 100%. This is not an easy thing to complete in the next few days. For me, it's borderline impossible. If it happens, I'll be over the moon and I'll lose my mind and I'll be in massive joy. But we've not left us enough time to do this. I know Todd Bowley is close to George Mendes, who's the agent of RAFAEL LEAO, but I'm not going to keep my hopes up for this. Honestly, I'm not going to keep my hopes up. Ladies and gentlemen, that pretty much wraps it up with all the news, all the Chelsea transfer news. Emerson leaving, great news. Hakim Ziyech going as well, good for him, good for Chelsea Football Club. And there's talks about Gordon, 50 million, unbelievable. RAFAEL LEAO now, which seems mad. Aubameyang hopefully should happen. Looks like there has been a deal that's been struck between us and Barcelona. It's just hopefully in the next few days. I would love to see Aubameyang start against Leicester. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know everything, how you feel about all the transfer news. And also, I want to see your reaction to Man United's victory against Liverpool. Liverpool in the mud. Wow. 2 points out of 3 matches. That's mad. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, see ya.